All right, ladies and gentlemen, the European hope of this tournament. 3-0'd Dark in the last round is now looking to flex his PvP skills. For Sidestorm Gaming in the bottom left, it's MAXPAX.
Almost already forgot that. Yeah, he did 3-0 Dark yesterday. It was a slaughter as well. In the top right side, there is a red Protoss player. It is Hero, the Korean absolute beast of a Protoss player. That is unquestionable.
Yeah.
The smiling assassin, as he is called, as he, he kills people as he's smiling. It's a simple yet effective name.
Honestly, I feel like it might be one of... I feel like the Smiling Assassin might be one of the best nicknames.
It is, isn't it?
He's like... It's
terrifying.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like,
It's
obviously,
like a
Serral's
nickname
is
from
good.
a horror scene or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like obviously you have other, like the fifth race of obviously for Maru is like, or the fourth race is like, okay, yeah, that's also really cool. The Finnish Phenom, you're like, okay, that's really cool. But then you get like the Smiling Assassin, you're like, oh, should I be scared? It's like, yes, you should. You should.
You should, definitely. And yeah, we are playing on a new patch, so things might be a little bit more difficult for people if they want to try to take a more very macro-orientated approach where they go as greedy as possible, right? It's a bit more difficult to do now, but we're seeing MAXPAX still going with a single gateway here and the Nexus on the low ground. Hero, on the other hand, he is, well, he's gearing up for war. He's smiling, and we know what that means. We know what that means. We just explained it. He's about to commit murders.
Yeah, he has placed a pylon above Rob's guns. So everyone, just reminder, Rob's Gun is not officially a sponsor of this tournament, but go check it out. They're a cool place. I know the guy. He's awesome. But yeah, I like this. Stargate out on the map. So again, less macro-oriented here for Hero. It's a much slower Nexus, but does mean he's going to have this Oracle potentially across the map just a little bit quicker. But this is also where it gets risky, because obviously if Hero doesn't find damage with this Stargate, then you're kind of just stuck in a position where suddenly MAXPAX is indubitably ahead because of the faster Nexus. So yeah, I mean, really hoping for Hero that he actually does manage to find some trades, but
that would be nice. I mean, there's no any sort of pylon, nor is there a shield battery yet in the main base, so those probes are quite open for Oracle assault.
And look at this. There's actually 4 Adepts out here for Hero. MAXPAX only has 1 Stalker, so you can actually send Adepts into each mineral line here as Hero. I think that's going to be the plan. He's sending them across the map, and he's going to start one-shotting these probes. The Oracle is going to need to... Yeah, Oracle's going to need to stay home, but this is... I mean, it's going to be great for distracting. And actually, it's just a void right here from MAXPAX, knowing that he does not have enough units to comfortably stop this harass from getting damage.
Okay, does manage to pick off one of those Adepts. The other Adept here, seemingly not getting the kills just quite yet. There's the Oracle. That is the big killer right now for the time being. Does manage to get 5 probes in total. It's fair, it's fair. It's putting the worker count overall a little bit closer, but I mean, his second Nexus not even near done yet, so it's going to be a while more. Adepts trying to add to the overall body count here. Might be able to. They kind of have to in this situation.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Right.
This is some good damage. I mean, the Adepts here looking to get on out. They should be able to... Actually, do they just shade back in? There's nothing here. Yeah, Hero just goes back in. Says he didn't leave anything behind. I'm going to find a few more. Gets 11 probes in total, and that's absolutely the damage that he's looking for, because now his Nexus is on the way. He's evened out that worker count, and he also has Phoenix that are here, and they're going to shut down the Oracle of MAXPAX.
Yep, looks like the Phoenix of MAXPAX is also shutting down the Oracle of Hero. But not as heavily just yet, because there's only a single Phoenix here, and the Oracle of Hero yet lives. Remains alive, thanks to the, the increased earlier Stargate production here, helping Hero out.
And finally, his Nexus has finished. Still a little bit behind in workers. Again, it was a very, very fast Nexus from MAXPAX, so That's to be expected. I think this Void Ray might just get focused down. Oracle's going to place a Stasis Sword. If the Void Ray goes down, that's pretty massive. The Phoenix count, though, now high, or going to be in favor of MAXPAX. He should be able to push all this away. Trades 1 for 1, and MAXPAX is going to continue on that Phoenix production, but Hero's fine with it because he's transitioning. He says, listen, I'm going to dive in. I'm going to find some value with these units because this is not my game plan later on. And I think that's very valid. So he finds some more damage. Again, he slows down MAXPAX just a little bit more. And behind this, he still has 2 Adepts available. They're going to head across the map to find some more harassment. And this Oracle is still finding damage somehow. That's another 5 probes.
6, 7? Is it? Yep, 7. Whoa, no way. 9. Oh, that's too many. That's too many MAXPAX.
And I mean,
oh, nasty stuff.
And you're just seeing like how intense it is between these 2 players, because obviously Hero, he is the best Protoss in the world right now. He is absolutely in every metric aside from PvP, where MAXPAX I think is rated slightly higher, just barely, but it's so close because Hero, he has, as we've seen, he has the micro, he has these really aggressive plays, and MAXPAX actually is tending to, I think, play these matchups a bit more standard. He plays them a bit more safe.
Yeah, it's curious. I mean, normally I would assume that the safer player is going to have a more steady kind of win percentage, but in the matchup, right? That's kind of what we established before. That MAXPAX seemingly a bit better than Hero statistically speaking in PvP, or more successful. So we're gonna have to see. Maybe he still has some tricks up his sleeve, right, to start turning this around again. Because the advantage here for Hero. Well, with those Stalkers coming in with Blink, it's quite substantial, actually. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Are you seeing the Stalker just walk into the main base? MAXPAX just walked a Stalker into the main. Nothing was there. It's now getting picked up. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing right now the advantages that Hero has gathered off of this. I mean, these openings, and look at that, the blink forward. The Phoenixes were busy with the Adepts, and now Shield Battery Overcharges popped. The Stalker volleys are a little bit off, but they're still going to be able to find the kill onto the Phoenix. Shield Battery Overcharge still doing a lot of value. 2 Phoenix go down in total. Hero blinks on out before he loses too much, because behind this he actually has a 3rd Nexus. And as you said, that 1 gate expand, it's just a little bit weaker because you don't have as much defensive power now, especially on this new patch.
Yeah, you know, you need some time sometimes to kind of figure those things out. If things change, it's, you know, I've learned this from Artosis at some points. He taught me this through a stream. That you know, when new stuff happens, new discoveries have to be made. It's always the aggressive players that seem to have a bit more success, and then after a while, you know, it takes a longer period of time to realize how do I be safe against everything.
Yeah, no Shield Battery Overcharge here. There is a Dark Templar.
Yeah, I mean, it's not enough. It's not enough. This
Yeah.
is going to be too much here. Probes are going to start dying again. The production is going to be shut down. It's what are you supposed to do? Well, that's little red icons from the gateways and stuff showing every power.
Yeah. I mean, new patch is a lot of cool stuff, but now we're seeing probes go down. I mean, the Dark Templar are finding damage across the map, no doubt, but it's game-ending damage versus annoying damage on the side of MAXPAX. These DTs are a big investment. It was a lot of resources, and so MAXPAX just does not have enough to actually fight the army straight up, and Hero, he just shows that, listen, if you're confident in your micro, you can get so much work done. Even with an opening where it felt like, hey, MAXPAX should probably have the advantage. He also went Stargate against this proxy. He has his own Oracle, a Void Ray coming out, but just still takes so much damage because Hero, he just doesn't stop. He's so good at finding those little bits of damage and knowing when to jump in. I mean, MAXPAX, he's gonna stick around. He's obviously still finding damage, but yeah, it's not enough. GG, Hero is going to win game number 1, and I would not be surprised if we see MAXPAX play a much different style than that. But yeah, I mean, that was a great game 1. Obviously, MAXPAX, I think, being shown there that you really can't play too greedy against Hero. He will punish you. He will take advantage of anything that you do if you are trying to be greedy in any what way. And so I doubt we'll see him go for something that like egregiously greedy, just like going gateway into Nexus into Stargate and not really any additional gateways, sticking on the Stargate tech. Just stuff that, you know, that if your opponent, again, is aggressive, and it's very hard to hold some of that aggression. So, I like that, and so we'll have to see if MAXPAX does change it up. Both players here trying to be annoying.
Oh,
both
no.
get it.
Oh no! The mess ups.
Both players get the Nexuses down, and
bad.
I believe both actually canceled their Zealot in time.
Yeah.
That is impressive. I was worried there because Hero Zealot was so quick.
Hero Zealot was cancelled before he got the Nexus down, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know how we knew it was going to work out, but hey, it did.
Stargate's going down for both players, so bit of a more kind of standard handshake here with the Stargates. I imagine both will go into Oracles, unless they scout it out. Actually, Hero, yeah, is still scouting out. The probe actually died for MAXPAX, so he does not know at the current moment that this is a Stargate opening from Hero, whereas Hero does have that information. This Adept should be able to scout it, though. Is going to go across the map. There's not a unit out for Hero.
Adept is it. What's it to
Hero?
stop this Adept? I don't
Hero?
think there's anything for. Oh boy! Oh boy! He doesn't have units.
Oh,
he doesn't
no.
have units. The probes
Hero
are
can't.
coming. Hold them off, probes. Use that fisticuffs. Oh no, travesty. This is bad. He had a probe there at the wall, and he just didn't get the wall. It just didn't quite happen. 6 probes, just like that, in the blink of an eye. That is rough. That is rough.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Hero was thinking because he saw the Stargate that maybe MAXPAX wasn't going to build any adapts or anything to go across the map, but yeah, very, very strange. I don't know why.
How are those
Hero
statistics looking now, Titan? That's right.
I mean, both players
with this one adept running in. It's his main play sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, well, both players are going to be going into double Stargate. I guess MAXPAX, the big advantage for him is that since he didn't have to pull almost all of his workers to deal with one adept, has that a lot quicker. But I imagine both players, I mean, with how this is looking, both players are probably going to be going into a fleet beacon, into that really high, I mean, just the Phoenixes. Get the range, just fly and kill your opponent. But yeah, it's hard for Hero because now he's behind it in a Phoenix. And when you're behind a Phoenix, it's really hard to win these fights. But Hero is proxying a pylon. Is that going to be for some sort of a proxy shield battery? Oh, this is cool.
What?
This is cool.
Proxy shield battery for Phoenix warfare. That is interesting for sure. Oh, it might not come to it. That is Phoenix to the extreme. Who's gonna win? Who can say? We don't know.
I mean, Hero just getting caught out. Here it's 3-3 though. Actually, it's getting close. I think Hero just barely wins out somehow, even though he should be down to Phoenix. And he was caught out as well. And now he has shield batteries. He says, "Listen."
Yep.
It doesn't even matter if he was behind a Phoenix.
Oh, no.
He was just gonna have constant shield regeneration, and now he's up to Phoenix.
The statistics are coming back to bite me. This is not great. Well,
Now Hero backs up, and he gets healed, and MAXPAX is gonna wonder how.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, this is bad. I think MAXPAX's damage was just a little bit more spread out and less targeted when he was attacking Hero with the Phoenix in the middle, and it's my goodness. It's just one Phoenix short, right? And now suddenly this is the situation. He's making a third Nexus. I kind of like that idea. The Phoenix will have trouble taking out all the buildings. And
Hero!
What?
He's cannons! He's building cannons!
He doesn't know about the Nexus, so something. It's a little bit late.
But Kozan!
Yeah.
Phoenixes can't lift cannons!
That's true.
They're buildings!
This Phoenix can't lift up that Nexus either, so it's...
Hero says, listen, you can't do anything. I'm just gonna cannon rush you 6 minutes into this game.
That's a fleet beacon on the way, so I think we're going into Tempest here to deal with the cannons. He's gonna lose a... is that in range of his Stargate as well?
Oh, I don't
think
so.
Right? He probably would have been targeting the Stargates unless if he wants to make sure that MAXPAX is not getting gateway units. But then again, he doesn't even have warp gate tech, right? So, okay, we'll find out now. Oh, it does. It does. One of them. Doesn't want to give that vision though.
I mean, this is just so hard. It's 10 Phoenix to 8, and that just small little difference is so hard. As here we go, focus fire coming through from Hero. He's gonna be able to snipe down a few right off the bat. Already 2 ahead, still keeping that slight lead. Goes back, heals on up. Both players have shield batteries. And man, this is such an insane response to knowing that you're a little bit behind. Shield battery overcharge is popped. Hero can't quite take that fight, but he's now, again, still just slowly getting these kills. And I'm actually surprised that MAXPAX is going for Anion Pulse Crystals. You were talking about the Tempest, and I feel like that might be a good answer because you force Hero to have to push into you to kill the Tempest, and then you have the shield battery advantage.
Yeah, maybe use the cannon as well, but
with the Phoenix range, I mean, I don't know if you're gonna have enough time. It's halfway done.
Be winning this situation as well, right? With some proper micro. He does have 3 Nexus here to help out as well. I think there is something happening across the map also. I'm gonna take a quick gander. Oh, it's just a probe. That's all. It's just a probe. Okay.
Yeah, denying the 3rd Nexuses. I mean, this is just
really
insane.
Nice.
Probes are going to start to go down. I mean, Hero was down on the worker count. He's on 2 bases. I think, yeah, at some point.
I still believe in MAXPAX, man. I still think he might be able to pull this out of the hand.
Oh,
but,
no.
He needs to be careful not to lose those Phoenix before his upgrade is done.
I mean, he has the range, but he's down 4 Phoenixes.
Yeah, it may have been just a little smidge too much there in the end. Huh, that one engagement there. Losing like 2 more Phoenix.
Well, Hero does get up his 3rd. I mean, I feel like Hero really needs to try and... He sees the gas, Geyser, at MAXPAX's 3rd. He needs to find a way to somehow deal with that. It's 11 Phoenix to 5 right now.
Oh, yeah.
The range is annoying, but you can just go back, get healed up with the shield battery overcharge. Why is there a forge across the map?
He had to put it somewhere.
He built the forge so he could cannon rush.
Yep.
Oh my god, this is... I mean, this is brilliant, but I am so scared for the PvP ladder. Now that people are seeing this. As we go again, diving on in. Oh, MAXPAX, he pushed a little bit too far forward, and the Phoenix count is so high. Hero can just one-shot through the shield battery overcharge once again. Just knocking down the Phoenix count.
Yeah. I think this might start to become the end of this here for MAXPAX. The number is just shrinking now, isn't it? It's rough, but he is adding in cannons. They should really help out, but...
Oh no, it's just too many. Hero dives on top. The Phoenixes are going down. There's only 2 left, and the shield batteries aren't enough. At this point, 10 Phoenixes versus 2.
Yeah.
No, I mean, even without range.
Oh, and the cannon rush is coming.
The mid-game cannons.
Yeah, the 10-minute cannon rush is continuing onwards.
I mean, there's a 3rd Stargate here. Oh, there's a 3rd Stargate, though, for MAXPAX. This is just... I mean, he's at 4 Stargates. He built 2 more. I mean, if MAXPAX can actually just produce off these 4 Stargates, get into a decent position, even if he's not able to break out of this contain, he's still comfortably at 3 bases, which is the same as Hero, and eventually he's going to be able to build up a stronger air army.
Yeah.
But it's just going to take so much time.
I mean, not losing another gas. Not stacked up there. Neither of the plays really were. Have everything on top of each other. Everything's shooting the same thing here. We still don't have the ranged upgrade for Hero either, and that I don't know exactly how he's taking all these Phoenix fights, because so many times I've seen, you know, as soon as someone gets ranged and the other one doesn't, that's just it, right? That's like, they just stay away on that range. But Hero every single time manages to get on top of all those Phoenix with MAXPAX here. Regardless.
I think Hero has now realized that MAXPAX went up to a higher Stargate count, seeing how quickly he repopulated the Phoenix. Now we're finally even, and MAXPAX has range, so this is, I mean, he survived. Somehow it felt like he shouldn't be able to, but...
It's about time. We're getting +1 air weapons here. Somewhere where Rotterdam let out a squeal of joy. Because why wouldn't you? We're producing with 4 Stargates here, each of them. No gateway whatsoever. Get yourself that + air weapons, guys. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, I think the real the real math behind the +1 is if you have so many Phoenix, does it matter? Because you're just going to one-shot anyway. Getting +1 just means you're going to overkill the Phoenix. But if you are like spreading out your attacks, then obviously it does help out just that much. And now both players on 4 Stargates, both players taking a 4th Nexus. This is, man.
I feel like there's like a turning point, because after a while you just have so many Phoenix, and if you all target them onto the one Phoenix, it might just, you know, cause too many of those shots going in on a corpse, right? And then you lose a lot of your potential DPS. So after a certain amount, I feel like you do want to try to kind of more so rely on the A move, just because your DPS is going to be higher. And then maybe if the numbers go lower again, I believe that's how you do it. I don't know. I've not spent a lot of time doing Phoenix versus Phoenix.
No, I think that's absolutely correct. At that point, it's just better to walk your Phoenix into
right?
the opponent
Yeah.
and let them fire away. But we have carriers.
Or you
Carriers
gotta make like
are on the
how did
way.
you get back up to 28 to 19 Phoenix now in favor for Hero?
He's on 3 bases with mining gas, mind you. MAXPAX is missing 1 gas that he can't mine from because of the cannons. And so it's just been non-stop for Phoenix production, whereas MAXPAX has invested here in a carrier, which I don't think is actually going to end up being that useful, especially with the nerfs. And here we go. It's just 28 Phoenix, and once again, Hero says, I don't care if you have range. I have the numbers, and he knocks down so many. The carrier is here, but how useful is it really going to be?
So wait for those interceptors. He only made 1 of them, and he's like, all right, back into Phoenix for the time. He is securing these other bases, right? I mean, it's very hard for either of these players to kind of go and deal with those bases, since they can't kill them. The 1 carrier does change that, right? If MAXPAX does manage to get that across the map somehow, but it's gonna take a while before he feels safe to do so, and then it would take so long for the carrier to kill anything, since it's just 1 carrier.
Yeah, I mean, I think the carrier, it can help clear out some of these cannons, but yeah, I just don't know. The Phoenix advantage, 32 Phoenix for Hero.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's just gonna dive on in, almost one-shots the carrier. He's now 10 Phoenix ahead. Actually, his cannon, oh my god, the cannon is in range of the Stargate. He just didn't have the vision on it for the longest time. Oh. This is, this is so tough.
A while ago then, huh?
And if MAXPAX is put down a Stargate, obviously that makes this so much harder for him, as Hero just continually dives in, tries to catch MAXPAX off guard, tries to find, the Phoenix snipes, and now he has 5 Stargates. He's going to knock down one of MAXPAX's. I think that should bring MAXPAX to 3. And again, at this point, I feel like maybe, I mean, you pointed out earlier, I feel like somehow, some way, Tempest would have helped when the Phoenix count was closer. If instead of a carrier, maybe you'd gone into that to clear the cannons, to force Hero to have to dive in or just give up the position. But now at this point, it is really just, it's just a Phoenix war. +2, though, is on the way for MAXPAX. So if that finishes up, obviously that's going to be a massive advantage to him.
Okay, I feel like I've just not moved this camera for so long now. We're just looking at this typical Protoss scenario, right? Surely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Surely this is what it's like. Now we're seeing all these weird flashes all over the time because MAXPAX put all those pylons in all these bases. I'm not even entirely certain why he did it. Maybe with the idea to get warp tech later, but nothing of the sorts. Maybe just to scout with, to see the probe numbers and stuff like that. That kind of makes sense. Yeah. I guess Hero doesn't have. Alright, well, how about this, right? If he puts one down, it's like 100 minerals, and then Hero doesn't have units to actually kill it with, so he would need to make units on the ground. He would have to invest into the Zealot, so his supply would be overall lower for the air army in the end. Maybe something like that? I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, it's such an insane game right now. Both players transitioning into carriers, and I mean, really, this +2 timing, I think, is the only thing that MAXPAX has going for him right now. He's down in bases, it's 5-4. He's down in the Phoenix count. He's going to be down in the carrier count as soon as this production kicks in here for Hero. Right now, he is ahead, though. 4 carriers at a time. He somehow got the gas for it. Kills that cannon that's denying him that Vespene Geyser. And again, this +2 with 6 carriers? Maybe, but...
It's all the interceptors here.
I
Loading
don't
them up.
know. The mothership...
It's still such a just terrifying place. How many it's... I'm gonna try to count them. It's 9 shield batteries and what, 7 cannons here, and then we got more coming in the back of that for him to retreat to. It's pretty bad. At this point, Hero may as well throw down a Nexus, so he has shield battery overcharge here as well, right? I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, Hero's just creating, multiple kind of outposts here. He has a gateway that he's also bringing in so that he can start to make weapons. He's transitioning actually into ground at the... Oh, Hero's transitioning into ground. He's maxed out on air toss. He's sitting at 36 Phoenix, 4 carriers, and a mothership. And he's got 8 gateways coming down. He's going to take the fight, and he doesn't care if he loses it because he's building up a bank, and he's just going to transition into this massive ground army that MAXPAX might not have a way to deal with and try and cripple the economy.
It's a really great way to trade, maxed out versus maxed out armies, and then warping in units instantaneously. MAXPAX is going to be sitting there looking at his stargates, trying to produce units for the longest amount of time. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very 1-2 punch here for Hero, looking to be quite a lethal one as well.
Yeah, I mean, the scary part is, though, 12 carriers here for MAXPAX. He's going up to 14. He's going to be maxed out. And he also has +3. Again, if he manages to take the fight with +3, with the carrier advantage, then this game might get turned on its head. But the Phoenixes, they muddy the math. It's so hard to tell. This is... I mean, I've never seen a game like this. Never.
It's definitely an old one. Now starting to take out some of his probes so he can have more supply, it looks like. Yep. Makes perfect sense. I'm still... Okay, there we go. There's still probes now and again and pylons inside of the bases of Hero everywhere, and it's just such a weird game.
I mean, I think for MAXPAX here, yeah, he's getting a 5th base, though. He's going to even out this base count. It's 6 versus 4 right now. MAXPAX has established a ninja in the bottom left, where he's going to start mining gas, so he's not going to be completely starved like Hero has been trying to do. I mean, Hero, actually, I don't know how he hasn't scouted this. He has pylons at almost every other base
He knows about it. I think he just doesn't want to send his air army over there, because then he's afraid to lose this peninsula, right? So he's sending in some zealots here, and that should be enough. MAXPAX at full supply as well, so no way for him to reinforce this right now.
That's going to be taken out by the Zealots, and this does clue in MAXPAX to the fact that Hero has switched into ground tech. He has a few additional gateways to produce these Zealots.
We still don't have warp tech, by the way, from MAXPAX. After 20, this is a professional game. 20 minutes of Protoss. No warp tech.
He does have gateways. He has 2 gateways. Why does he need it?
Yeah, no, I get you. It just baffles the mind still.
Yeah, Blink is done for Hero. He's working on +2 charge. Anion, or Flux Veins actually as well for the Void Rays. I mean, at this point, Hero is just checking all the boxes. All right, I need this upgrade. I need this upgrade. What can I do here? Dark Templar? Yeah, I'll get that. I can get those. I'll get Dark Templar. Why not? Yeah, I can do that.
We can use those.
It's also 18 carriers for MAXPAX now.
Okay, well...
Because he's at 41 workers. Actually, wait. MAXPAX, he only has 41 workers. He's at 158 army supply.
Yeah, he's been killing his own workers.
I mean, I think, yeah, what MAXPAX is going for is essentially just, all right, I'm going to max out on this huge army.
Yep.
You have a ton of workers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just going to try and steamroll you with this before you can really rebuild.
It could work. I mean, he's on 18 carriers right now, and I mean, there's 8 Stargates there available for Hero. Hero does have a very solid bank. He's going to be able to reinforce with Archons and Stalkers very quickly as soon as his army dies. So it will have to be 2 big fights that have to go into MAXPAX's favor here.
I mean, the carriers, they get rid of all the pylons. That position is gone. No more shield batteries. it's still 32 Phoenix. The 5 Archons as well are adding so much damage with the +2. So MAXPAX still has to be careful. Yes, he has 18 carriers,
Man.
but has to be careful.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen a game where, like, someone has maintained such a foothold right in front of someone else's base for so long and just claimed the entirety of the...
Oh, MAXPAX is going in?
Ooh, okay,
He's going to
okay.
just fight it. I mean, Mothership does manage to get down the time warp. That's going to slow down all of the units, but the supply is dropping. There's so much here for MAXPAX. The carriers, none of them died.
That's really good. Still on 18 at the moment. Could be reproducing some of them. We're not seeing a lot on the production tab for MAXPAX here, as he, of course, is he's broke. Hero, on the other hand, will be able to replenish those supplies right now. We're seeing those Archons coming in. Very scary units for the carriers to face. Can lose your Interceptors rather quickly. Also can lose those Phoenix rather quickly. Also can lose your carriers very quickly if you're stacked up in any way.
Yeah, they got to be careful. If these Phoenix get on top of the carriers, then it's just... It's so hard. I mean, MAXPAX, he has enough money to replace the Interceptors, and that's about it. That's where all of his money is going right now, is to replacing them.
Yep.
But Hero has actually gone ahead and army supply 22 Stalkers to try and blink underneath.
Nice.
6 Archons.
MAXPAX rotating over the dead space, so it's going to be very difficult for the
Oh
Archons and the Stalkers to ever engage this now. So MAXPAX
race.
forcing the issue. Indeed, it will be a base race. But what does Hero have to kill bases with? It's not. I don't think that's going to go as quickly as 18 carriers running around. There's a lot less to kill, though, to be fair. But yeah. MAXPAX, what does he have across the map? There's still an assimilator here. Oh, he recalled.
Yeah, I actually, I don't think the base race was actually good for Hero, because mind you, MAXPAX didn't care about really rebuilding his army. And Hero does. Hero has so much money here, and look how many gateways are empowered. I mean, what do you do here as Hero? You're facing down this massive army that MAXPAX has accumulated. Actually clears out that base there, so he's going to be able to start. I mean, he's going to be able to get a base. This is the first time MAXPAX has expanded since, like, what, the 12, 14 minute mark?
You know what? Probably. Yeah, probably. It's been a while, hasn't it? There we go. That's the Nexus coming up. I'm wondering about the units lost tab. I've not looked at this for a long while either.
Oh,
okay, okay.
It's pretty crazy. 24 minutes
there.
PvP.
Yeah. A lot of units there. Man, who knew this could turn out so great from Phoenix versus Phoenix? This is straight off the bat.
Revelation goes down. MAXPAX does have that single Oracle. Oh, disruptors from MAXPAX. Oh my! I mean, if he's able to establish this fifth base.
Oh, the DTs are gonna maybe see it. No, I don't think they saw the disruptors. They must have. They must have. Right?
Yeah, they did. They did. Is he just gonna blink on top of them? Does he have blink? Doesn't look like it. The detection is actually there. There's an observer. DT's not gonna be effective. And you see Hero, I mean, what is he supposed to do? He has this massive bank. He's at 190 supply, but he's not building anything. Like, what can he build right now?
What
I mean,
do you? Yeah, that's a
maybe,
good question.
Do you just, I mean, as Hero, what are the options? I mean, you sacrifice some probes, you go for, like, the Golden Armada once you've mined out most of these bases, and then you just use your bank to try and keep trading. Or, I mean, keep playing the attrition game, I guess.
Maybe. I'm seeing
So hard to tell.
as well the idea of Tempest kind of going around, and that might be an okay idea because he did have that very forward setup, right? So he would have had a long way to kind of kite backwards if he had to.
Ground unit's going to be able to... Yeah, ground units are going to be able to knock down this fourth base location. Still had a few minerals, still had a lot of gas, or at least a bit of gas to mine. It's hurt a little bit there for MAXPAX, and he's not really going to try and do anything to stop it. But honestly, I mean, losing 12 probes, MAXPAX is probably just going to rebuild units. Again, MAXPAX at this point, the strategy is just keep building units.
Yeah,
just build up a massive army.
Keep getting
you eventually. Yeah.
Ultimately, if you have the stronger army, you should win, right? That's yeah. And I mean, he's managed to do that pretty well. Hero, however, is just going to have so many more armies. Especially if he starts taking these other leftover bases, you know, on the, what is the 9 o'clock, the 3 o'clock. It's not unthinkable for him to start taking that, because MAXPAX, he's stuck to his own base, right? He's not going to be able to leave this little area here with the Stalkers prowling around, and or the Phoenix as well, just jumping on top of his probe line every time.
Yeah. I mean, MAXPAX has to protect this 5th base. That's really all that he has right now, as the carrier is actually finding a lot of value here. I mean, they have +3 attack. They do a lot of damage with those interceptors. I am worried, though. A lot of those interceptors going down. Disruption Nova's managed to knock down a few of the Archons. There has been a Tempest added in here. Only one, though. I think that might have been a bit of a mistake. But at this point, maybe. I mean, Hero is running out of gas. I mean, Hero, I feel like he needs to take a few more bases here, potentially. Start mining the gas out so that MAXPAX is not able to take it himself.
MAXPAX is going for it. No, okay, he's moving back again. Never mind. Again, realizing, oh, right, yes, those Stalkers are still in existence. They are still an absolute pain to deal with.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, my God, all the Phoenix died. There's only 3 Phoenix left now for MAXPAX between these Blink Stalkers going in and the Phoenix Harass at the 5th base.
The rest of the carriers, though.
Yeah. I mean, MAXPAX is just going up to 20 carriers. Hero is matching him, though. Hero is actually building 5 carriers at a time. He's getting his mothership back. He's going to try and match the air. What is this game? This was a 6-minute proxy cannons and shield batteries in Phoenix Wars. Hero was up, what, 10 Phoenix?
So, I feel like Hero is doing this pretty well, right? He's making it very difficult for MAXPAX to ever leave his base, even though MAXPAX has a very incredibly formidable army. 162 army supply against like 140 for the longest amount of time. Now 150, so Hero's starting to catch up. I feel like MAXPAX would like to force this issue, but he doesn't want to have the base race here. So he's trying to find a way to outmaneuver those Stalkers, outmaneuver those nimble units that he's just having to deal with all the time. And now, finally, after doing so, he's going to be able to have a bit of momentum. Taking out some of these production facilities. That is big, right? Because Hero's the guy with the bank. He would be able to rebuild units if he starts losing them, but not without production facilities.
I mean, yeah, look at the gas. There's just barely any gas income here for MAXPAX. He needs to win it with this army, essentially. More and more carriers have been built. It's now 14 to 21, but you also have the 22 Phoenix, which knocked down those interceptors. Oh, here we go. MAXPAX diving on in. Mothership goes down. Oh my, is MAXPAX is doing this? I don't know if Hero can actually hold on. It's so hard to fight these carriers, but now he's going to dive on forward. Trying to get down the Mothership is going to be able to do so slowly. Hero, I mean, he has the +3 ship plating, but is it enough? No, the sheer numbers. MAXPAX.
Oh my God, is he going to do this? He's breaking through. Hero's on the retreat. He's moving backwards. Let's see the production right now. We're not seeing anything being warped in. What are the gateways doing? How many gateways are still remaining? 13. A lot of them might not be powered up. As he's warping in 13 zealots. What's that about? Is he going to go back onto the plan of base racing here? Where are those zealots going? Yeah, okay, so he's going to try to lure these carriers back away from his base. He's going to send in the zealots to try and do economic damage to MAXPAX as the carriers are preoccupied, but this feels like a last-ditch effort in a sense.
I mean, there's just no production here for Hero. The Phoenixes are just, they just don't do enough damage. They don't do anything here.
Oh, my God.
There's 125 interceptors.
I can't believe this. MAXPAX is winning this. He's actually winning this. He was on a slither of the map, just locked in the entirety of 20 minutes long. And he's just
never
managed to
fight.
break out.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I mean, maybe, as I said, maybe if Hero abandoned some of his workers earlier on, he started that transition to carriers earlier, he has the +3 ship plating. So he has a slight upgrade advantage. If he was able to equalize the carrier count, then maybe he could have done something with it. But he just was not able to do so. These Phoenixes, they're trying their best. Stalkers blinking on forward, but there's Disruption Novas that are knocked down a lot of the Stalkers. The carriers are starting to fall. Is it fast enough, though? The Interceptors, still so many of them left. And that bank is thinning out.
That bank is thinning out quickly here. Yeah, he's throwing units at this problem, but they're not really solving the issue so far. The resources slot tab absolutely spiked into MAXPAX's favor here now. And things are looking up for the little Danish kid, and also for this tournament. For finally, this is the first, the first time we don't have an all sweep from one of the players in our second semi-finals here. Finally.
Oh my god.
Wonderful. What a game! What a game, dude! Man,
game.
So sick. Yeah, that's got to be a head scratcher for him. You know, how did I lose that one? How did that little kid from Denmark manage to squeeze out the victory there in the end? And maybe he has a good idea about it, right? Because the carriers were there killing him. He saw what happened. But yeah, man, that game on its own, like, it could just change the perspective of the PvP matchup for Hero here. In a sense, I should put on the points as well. It's 1-1 right now.
Yes. Oh my.
As much as I wish we could just be like, you know what, let's restart. Let's do the best of 5 again, just from the start with more games from these two players. No, it's... oh well.
Yeah, it's just... I can't. I mean, and the crazy part is, like, Hero's response to being down in Phoenix was so good, too. Like, it was so solid.
Yeah.
It was, like, the proxy... Oh my... Listen, guys. There's gonna be so many YouTube videos about that game, so you don't have to. You're gonna get every analysis possible. I can absolutely confirm that. But we have Hero going back to the 2-gate opening. MAXPAX sticking with the 1-gate expand like he usually does into the Stargate. So this means once again Hero's gonna have that chance to try and find some damage, to try and, you know, use that harassment option to try and get some success. Probe does die though. Let's just see that it's an Adept opening, and actually Hero not opening up with Adepts this game. It's just going to be pure Stalkers. So I'm interested to see if he decides to go for something a bit more aggressive with the Blink Stalkers.
We'll meet that Adept midway through. The shading pass doesn't quite convince him to move backwards here, because he's going to have 2 more Stalkers pretty quickly. On the other side, Probe will, well, in a bit of a pickle here. There's going to be 1 Stalker available for MAXPAX for a little while. With the shield battery, though, he should be okay.
Next is coming down for Hero. I mean, this is a much less aggressive opening than we saw in Game 1. But the Twilight Council is faster. So I am very interested to see if this does end up being like some sort of blink pressure here from Hero, as... Yeah, he's going to have this very big Stalker pinch. Void Rays are out. Huh. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, because obviously in that first game, Hero didn't go for the faster expand. Obviously, he had an idea for the aggression he wanted. He went for the Oracle, the early Adepts. And that's kind of what you have to do, or else you're just going to be playing behind for the whole game, essentially. You have to do some sort of early pressure, some sort of attack, some way to slow down your opponent when they're doing a greedier opening than you. And I imagine for Hero, this is going to be Blink. Right now is just on the 3 gates. We'll see if he goes any higher than that. And if so, yeah, how committed it's going to be. Because it could just be some pressure. Ooh, finds the probe. Yeah, I think this was probably going to be a 4-gate, but the probe going down does just hurt that much.
We'll have to see. I mean, he may have been hoping for adding a gateway there a little bit to improve the wall pin rates. But he could just send another probe over. It's not too difficult. But MAXPAX now knows about that pylon, so there might even be a way to get the Void Ray there a little bit. I don't know if you really want to, with the threat of Stalkers being around.
Oh, he started another one. Oh.
That one.
Oh my god, that probe isn't seen.
Oh
no.
my god. Oh,
it was
that
just
was
out of
so
vision.
close. That was this box, this little box of green. Okay. That happens. 1 Stalker ready to take out the pylon, and that's going to give MAXPAX a nice warm sense of security again, knowing that there's no further pylons near to him. Except for, of course, this one right here.
No, this could be so disastrous. I just said the fact that he says, oh yeah, I got the pylon. I haven't really seen anything else. I don't think you're going to be aggressive. You might just transition here into a third Nexus. There are 2 Adepts, and as we've seen, Adepts can be dangerous, especially
right now.
I mean, even just one.
There's
but
nothing here, man.
yeah. That is a Stalker. A second Stalker is going to be warped. I think MAXPAX should have an idea of what's going on. The blink forward. Oh my. Hero needs to get the one-shots off. Needs to focus down the Stalkers. Void Ray goes down. And MAXPAX was not ready. I mean, he had 2 shield batteries. But that's not enough. He just didn't have the units. Blink outs from Hero are good.
He didn't lose any probes yet, but he's losing his Stalkers and his Void Rays very quickly here, and they are the units that he needs to survive this. Hero keeping most of those Stalkers alive in the
He's
red.
forward again!
And there he goes, jumping in, smelling blood. He wants to not allow this blue Protoss to get into a late game situation once again.
Yeah, I mean, he lost 8 probes, so he needs to find crippling damage here. Another shield battery overcharge is going to be available very shortly, but Hero just has too many Stalkers. He blinks in a third time. He says, listen, you weren't expecting it. I managed to sneak this past you, and that hurts for MAXPAX. He felt like he was so safe, but that is not the case. And Hero, once again with the aggressive plays, is going to be able to find success. Cybernetics core is now going to be focused down as well. Shield battery overcharge is available, but I mean, it's 3 Stalkers to 16. It does not matter.
He tried so hard to keep that Cyber Core alive, but the blink with the rest of the Stalkers, that is going to be game number 3. A little bit quicker, a little bit less eventful than game number 2. And you know what? I think that was by clear design from Hero here.
This might be it for the player in the bottom left from Storm Gaming. He is Europe's last hope in this charity event. Give it up for MAXPAX.
Alright, and his opponent in the red, it's the Protoss player extraordinaire. 2 victories underneath his belt because he knows how to finish you off quickly, like any good assassin would. It is Hero.
Whew. I mean, honestly, after the quick TPT that we had, I was a little bit worried seeing Hero go up 1-0 and how that second game was panning out. But no, we're not gonna be done with this too quickly. There's still time. we're gonna stretch it out a little bit. It's some amazing games between these two. It's oh man, I'm like satiated. I am so happy with the PvP we are seeing. This will satisfy me all the way to Katowice.
Yep, and this map right here, Altitude, we do have, of course, a pretty neat little ramp here for the natural base. So it might be a bit more difficult for Hero to get those initial Stalker attacks to work, like we saw in the previous game. Just might give MAXPAX a slight little nudge to be able to play the game that I'm assuming he would like to play again.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, whether Hero wins this or MAXPAX wins 2 in a row, it doesn't get easier because then they're going to be going up against Beyond, who obviously we've talked about it many times, is in incredible form. I think right now is actually just playing some of the best StarCraft that he's ever played.
Yeah, truly, and that says something because he's been doing some good StarCraft for a while now. He's always been recognized as one of the best Terrans in Korea, and that's the scene to beat when you're talking about Terrans. So, yeah, saying that Beyond managed to level up again recently, and it's hard to debate that. It's very impressive. It's very impressive.
Oh my! Hero is actually the player going for the faster Nexus this game. Isn't that something that we haven't seen?
Well, there was a little bit of trouble here for MAXPAX still. There was the probe blocking, and now there's the Zealot here as well, making things difficult. He's lost 2 probes to it. Still a little bit ahead on the work account, but that's probably going to change. The second Nexus for Hero is going to be finishing up a bit sooner, like you mentioned. But then again, maybe that Oracle will have something to say about it. Ooh, shield batteries already coming down. So Hero, he's in the know what's about to hit him and what the dangers are here. In fact, we have a cancel on the Oracle, a Void Ray now coming in.
Huh. Yeah, it's very interesting. Because obviously the Void Ray is a lot more defensive. But I don't think that MAXPAX really knows that Hero has gone for this quicker Nexus. That isn't something that he's scouted out just yet. So it might just be a situation where he's preparing in the case that it is aggression. And so he gets the Void Ray and then goes into the Oracle. So it'll be a little bit later, but he's going to be a lot safer in general with that Void Ray already out. His Nexus, though, is just going to be so much later. I mean, Hero already 5 workers in the lead, should be able to keep gaining that lead. And yeah, this just it feels like this is a little bit of a misread here for MAXPAX. He thought that Hero was going to be aggressive. That's what Hero has done.
Yep.
You know, pretty much every time has been aggressive. And finally on altitude, which is, you know, one of the longest maps, Hero says, no, I'm actually just going to play this completely standard. Now, there is a push here. 2 Stalkers, a Void Ray, and a Zealot. It can be quite dangerous. There's only 1 shield battery here for Hero, 1 Stalker, or actually 4 Stalkers there, though, some coming down from the main. But it's not a very strong army. And you also have this Oracle that is going to head towards the main while these units are distracted.
And yeah, he put the Oracle, or sorry, not the Oracle, the shield battery a little bit further away because this is also allowing him to defend both the front entrance as well as his probes from potential Oracles and such. Oracle over here, as we can see how good a shield battery is at defending those units.
Yeah, I mean, it only gets 1 probe is absolutely not the damage that MAXPAX would have wanted. Now sitting behind 6 probes, that should be about the difference for a majority of this game until Hero is happy with his probe count on 2 bases, working on his own blink. But we'll have to see, because, I mean, this could be a situation where Hero says, all right, you're not expecting me to play macro. I'm going to go into a 3rd Nexus. I'm going to play this ground style, because I feel a lot more confident in fighting you when it's on the ground. As now 2 Oracles coming in, and they do a lot better. They can one-shot these probes, 7 going down, and that's the damage that MAXPAX wanted. Energy is about to run out. Still manages to get 10. Shield battery overcharge going to stop any more from going down.
Okay, this is still a little bit worrisome though for MAXPAX. He doesn't have that many units here. There's 9 Stalkers available for Hero. Okay, more being warped in here for MAXPAX. That is quite crucial. But he did spend a lot of money on the harassment. He spent a lot of money on trying to get that upgrade going a little bit quicker. And now we might just be looking at a numbers game.
Oh my god, so close to one-shotting that Stalker, but didn't quite go down. And losing the 11 probes obviously hurts here for Hero. He doesn't actually have that 3rd Nexus on the way, and it's a Dark Shrine for MAXPAX. He's going to take the cheese.
Wondering if he's... I'm wondering if Hero's going to try to push in here again, or if he's just now containing it with the 3rd base coming up. Looks like it's the latter of those, huh? Yeah.
I know, this is... Yeah, MAXPAX just completely committing to this 2-base setup. I mean, obviously, if he's able to find enough damage, you can win the game. You know, you are able to snowball this, then you can win the game, but you do need to find damage, because right now Hero is still at a comfortable probe count on 3 bases. He's going to have that 3rd Nexus, and if you're not able to punish that, then this game gets very, very hard for you. The blink, though, Hero going to get chased down here, and losing the Stalkers is not really what you want, especially when there's going to be DTs on the way.
Ooh. Hero's still getting some okay trades here with those Stalkers as well. Still being able to poke them out. Oracles coming back in around for a couple of probe kills, 5 more. And from where are we going to get these Dark Templars warped in? It looks like it will be over here. More Stalkers coming up as well. This could be a little bit of a contestation on the 3rd base, but Stalkers for Hero rather close by. Is that enough without blink?
Dangerous. Yeah, I mean, that's the real question. Without the blink, it makes it so much harder here for Hero. 3 more are joining. The blink is just, it means that MAXPAX can trade just so efficiently, but there are a lot of Stalkers. But the next issue is going to be the DTs, 3 of them warping in. There's nothing here to detect for Hero.
Wait,
he doesn't
has,
have a robo?
yeah. Oh no, he doesn't have a Forge, a Robo, or nothing. He has nothing. I didn't realize. Oh, this is terrible. 3 Dark Templars coming in. He doesn't even have blink, and there it is. GG, MAXPAX. With the 8-minute Dark Templar surprise comes in. Hero just caught with his pants down. We're all good.
All right.
Interesting stuff here. Look at this from MAXPAX. This wall off on this base already. Pretty cool.
Yeah, this is
bringing it forwards. There's no ramp there, but he's saying, you know what, the late game is the place where I still need this game to go. As well, otherwise, maybe the mid game and just some Dark Templars. That will do as well, as we've seen.
Yeah. Now this is the 1-gate expand once again. Hero going for his 2-gate opening. So we're kind of in the same position as games 1 and 3. So if every odd number, apparently Hero decides that, yes, I'm going to go for the 2-gate. And every even number, he goes very greedy. That's just That's just how it is, apparently. But it's, I mean, it's Neo-Humanity. This is, I believe, alongside Royal Blood, the shortest rush distance at 33 seconds, or something close to that. It's, I mean, this could be potentially the time where, once again, Hero goes for the really aggressive plays with the Blink Stalkers. Obviously, you are slowed down a little bit by the inhibitor zone. That's a lot of the rush distance right there. You can destroy rocks to bypass that and make your rush distance a little bit faster. So we'll see what the plan is for Hero. Twilight Council on the way immediately. He knows his Nexus is going to be delayed. MAXPAX even throwing a pylon down just to make sure that it is going to be as late as possible while he is being, you know, as greedy as MAXPAX can be. One gate opening into Stargate.
All right. Had some previous success with that single attack before. Not going to be able to get in there this time. Hero tightening the bolts on his overall PvP here as well as the series progresses. Gotta be careful.
Absolutely. And obviously the coolest part about this map, you do have those gold mineral patches here are on the side of the natural base that can be mined out to take a different third base if you so desire. That's potentially a little bit safer, a little bit easier to guard, especially with MAXPAX going for this forward wall. Could be an option. Forge on the way already here from MAXPAX. Is he just gonna like make cannons at his wall? I mean, Hero's going aggressive. It's gateway here that is gonna be proxied right now. It's 4 gate Blink Stalkers. That's the plan. Oh, this is, I mean, we're just running it back at this point, but MAXPAX is building cannons. He knows to expect this. He's seen this 3 games or 2 games before this, and it's kind of been the exact same play. Is the cannon gonna help out?
It very well might. It's going to be a bit more difficult with the Blink, I suppose, because you can't really chase anything, but this is, I think this is still a good response, right? This is kind of the agreed upon reason as to why Protoss don't really go for these types of wall lulls when you don't have a ramp. It's seen as very greedy and very punishable, and I mean, Hero's just kind of doing the textbook thing where it's like, alright, well, this is how you beat this. Then MAXPAX, we've seen MAXPAX hold these situations exactly like this before. Is he going to be able to do it against someone of the caliber of Hero? Because look at him go already on top of all of those Void Rays. None of them going
he doesn't
down,
get
though.
it.
Oh my goodness, MAXPAX, look at that. The quick reaction, absolutely nuts. Moving the Void Rays back, getting the shield battery overcharge going, target firing all at the same time.
Yeah,
Wonderful
that was 5
stuff.
Stalkers for 1. Not a great trade. This Cybernetics core is under fire, and obviously MAXPAX doesn't want to use the shield battery energy to heal it up, so now it's just going to be Zealots and these Void Rays. But there's 3 Void Rays already here. Hero, he is completely all in. He just needs a few more Stalkers to be able to one-shot those Void Rays. He's at 10. I mean, wants to get up to around 15, 16. But that was just a little bit aggressive there. Feels like he definitely made a mistake, but here we go, going into the main. There's 1 cannon here. Shield battery is not ready. There's actually no shield battery in the main.
Ooh, but that is full Void Race now, and I believe they all have their prismatic alignments ready, or at least the bunch of them do. He's got to be careful, though. I mean, if he activates that ability before they blink away, that could just waste him that ability in its entirety. But if he waits too long and he allows 1 or 2 volleys to already get hit, then, I mean, this fight snowballs very quickly.
Yeah, 15 Stalkers now available here. Gas has been denied. 8 probes going down. Hero is finding damage, but mind you, he still does not have a Nexus behind this. He's got to blink forward. He knows he has enough. One shot's come through. Prismatic alignment is turned on, but I think only 2 Stalkers fall, and for 2 Void Rays, that's absolutely worthwhile here for Hero. Oh, he goes for it again!
Yeah, shield battery overcharge is barely not enough to keep them alive this time around, and more of those heavy-duty Void Rays are going to go down. That is costly losses here for MAXPAX, who is now on the tightrope, trying to remain alive, trying to keep himself in the semi-finals here. But Hero, he is just warping in more and more Stalkers. It's like MAXPAX is trying to mop up the floor of water, but all the taps are still running.
GG.
GG it's called. Very well played there by Hero. An aggressive play once again, but I mean, it's just MAXPAX is a little bit of a gamble, trying to once again go for these types of expansions, and just, I mean, wonderful stuff. Couldn't quite get it to work in the end.